As Jan said, it is difficult to follow so many hard acts, or good acts rather. And certainly Stephanie is a hard act to follow because of her passion and her commitment. But all of you that were represented in that video also are extremely difficult to follow because of your talent and your passion. And I'm only going to take a few moments. We have one more little slideshow, and then we have a final presentation, which I think you're all going to be very amazed by. And I know I heard the presentation last week, and I haven't gotten the song out of my mind, and I also haven't really stopped thinking about all that you do. Today, as you begin a new school year, I really just want to sum it up into 3 words that I really want people to think about. It's about reflecting on what you've done in the past. It's about refocusing what you plan to do. And most importantly, it's about reinvesting in the most important thing that we do what we do for, which is the children. I think in education, as Stephanie mentioned, we oftentimes are perceived or represented in the media in a certain light that is not necessarily positive. And my goal this year is to remind everyone of the positive. You can't get through a day without thinking about the positives. Oftentimes we get mired in all of the difficulties that we're faced with at home or in the workplace. The thing is that we need to rise above those difficulties and do what you chose to do, either just recently by graduating this past spring or many years ago by going through your teacher preparation programs. And that was to provide the best educational opportunities for your students. We all know that education isn't just 2 + 2 or what is the capital of a particular state. It's also the social development of our students that we are so empowered to take on as our responsibility. And I want to continue as superintendent with central office staff, your administrators, and all of you to continue to empower you to do so. But you can't take that challenge lightly. Education is not a job. If it's a job, then unfortunately, I'm sorry, that's a real poor description of what you do. It's a profession. It's a passion. It's something that we need to take as seriously as many other countries around this world do. And we need to make certain that others look into what we're doing and show the appreciation that all of you deserve. So that is my challenge. That is my personal challenge this year, and I hope it's your challenge also. As I have done since I have arrived, I will continue to encourage you to invite me into your classroom. Encourage you to not just invite me to stand there on the side, which most of you, if you've invited me and I don't do well, I usually cause more problems, but I will be productive. Invite me in. I want to teach with you. I want to be part of the challenges, but also the successes. And it's hard to do that from central office. I know that. That's why I try to get out, and that's why I tease my colleagues about the fact that I don't want to go to all these meetings, to be honest. I'd rather be where the action is in the classroom. So I challenge you, again, to take the passion that you started with, continue to employ that passion this year, and most importantly, don't forget how respected you are by us, by the Board of Education, by the Town Council, and then we're going to work together to make the rest of the community and the state, and maybe even beyond, recognize the hard work of Wallingford Public School teachers. So with that, I want to say congratulations on having a great summer, I'm sure, but also congratulations on being part of a team that I believe is destined for even greater success than we've already accomplished together. So thank you. We have a brief slide presentation and then a tremendous performance by our students. Thank you.
Trying to survive the glow that the sun gets right around sunset helps me realize this is just a turning. Drop your worries, you are gonna turn out fine. Oh, you turn out fine, fine. Oh, you turn out fine. But you gotta keep your head up, oh, and you can let your head down. Hey, you gotta keep your head up, oh, let your head down. He's kicking these rocks, it's kinda hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying the skeptics, skeptics mess with the confidence in my eyes. I'm seeing all the angles, thoughts get